Hi everyone, Darren here, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but such news is really disheartening. Inflation at all-time high, your loaf of bread is going to cost more. So what really is inflation and should we be concerned? I think it is important to understand inflation because a lot of us, I realize, dismisses this and avoid investing our money altogether by saying to ourselves, at least my money is still in the bank, right? Right? So a quick understanding of what inflation means, the purchasing power of our money drops over time. $1 could get you a cup of coffee, but now it will cost you $1.20 for the same cup. $1 million could get you a 3-bedroom condo in the past, but now this same $1 million can only get you a 2-bedroom condominium. Therefore, as we are presently all concerned about the present rising interest rates of our property loans, we should also be concerned about how inflation affects every one of us. It is like having your savings of $100,000 in the bank, but you are losing 3% of its value every single year. Though you still see the same 100K in your account, you are really effectively losing a percentage of that value over time. And the worst thing is if you have developed the habit of telling yourself, what is a 3%? It is so insignificant. Especially if you're in your prime working years at one of your highest earning power. And it is really disheartening for me to witness young couples whom have no other choice but to bunkie with their folks just because they cannot afford a resale property and had no luck in the BTO ballot even after many tries. So if there's anyone from the HDB listening to this video, please do some or more tweaks to assist these first-timers. There are just too much COV to be paid, high renovation costs, while still needing to set aside a reserve sum for family planning. Sad to say, it is only in the last couple of years that I became fully aware of the meaning of inflation and its impact on our lives, and what it means to have smart money compared to lazy money, and treating my money like my assistants where they are being deployed to various assets, and after a period of time, they return with more of them. And once I understood that, I quickly realized that holding on to a lot of cash, apart from my crisis fund, is simply not an option. Obviously, there are many other forms of investments that we can all consider. So when I saw this in the news, the headline stood out. I thought it was a fantastic idea for them to collectively come together to purchase an asset, to beat inflation and secure their future. Right intention, perhaps the wrong structure. Therefore, if you are in the same position where you are not exposed to other forms of investment instruments or are too tied up with work to find out more, real estate is the safest for you. And the best part is you can ignore the present market conditions, the interest rates, and the economy. You will only need to focus on getting the right property in the right country with the right government with its policies and your cash flow. Let me explain. Back in 2016, about a year after Charlotte, my elder daughter, was born, and we were expecting our second, by now, I'm sure all of you are aware of my concerns for them and how expensive things are going to cost them in 20 years. Let's hear from them.
Hi everyone! Remember to like the video, subscribe to my daddy's channel. Bye!
So I created a fund for them. I invested monthly into a blue chip fund with OCBC, and this started in April 2016. If you can remember my stories, I was still renting then, but because this plan is very important to me, I started out with a manageable $1,000 a month back in April 16, and from the graph you can see that I bought it around here. The price has gone up, it came back down, up again, and it crashed during the crisis, and now it has come and recovered up to its present day price. And of course, after the birth of my second daughter, Claudia, I increased this amount to $1,200, and then when I can afford it, I increased it to $1,600, and all dividends I collected here has been reinvested into the same fund. My daughter has entered primary school.
I increased this amount to 3,000 back in December 2021.
My thinking was, since I'm already used to paying this amount for her preschool for the past years, I decided why not put all of it into this fund instead of thinking or saving that amount, which may probably go into settling my other expenses. And I will do the same when Claudette enters primary school next year. So you see, for me, for their fund, I don't bother about the fluctuations of the market, I don't time the market, and I don't stop the investment because the time frame is close to 20 years. Therefore, by 2036, when they turn 21, this fund at a conservative 3% compounded interest will have grown close to 1.09 million. And they can use this to go for their overseas education, perhaps buy a property, or if they are enterprising, I can simply support them by using this fund as a seed capital to pursue their business ideas. So how does this relate to you investing into a property? Like in the newspaper report, it was an awesome strategy that started off for them, pulling together resources to plan for their future. Therefore, if all you did was purchase a property and lease it out for the next 20 years, not only will you enjoy the capital appreciation, you will also enjoy taking other people's money to pay off your loan over the years. And this will give you more options and a much comfortable future. And again, by taking this action, you do not need to be bothered by the present interest rates because the interest is being paid by someone else. And because the timeline is 20 years, the interest rate will keep changing during this period, right? Instead, I recommend you to stick to your plan and you'll be able to enjoy the rewards at the end. Alright, all of you, I hope this helps you during this uncertain time. Thank you all again for watching and remember to like and subscribe. See you and till next time.